It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God about it. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Off of play action, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
14, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd and 7, Watson, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
Here's Berrios. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens on that. Like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Vikings 21, Lions nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. Second down, here's Mostert again. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That second down play, that's a -4.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. To throw is Watson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one.
Lions, nothing.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Watson now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Robbie Anderson from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So really the first first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've been lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. David Njoku, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They're on 26-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And there was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they've started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. On 2nd and very short, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in his first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Lions at 1-11 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels, because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mention mentioned that to the coaches. They were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Operating from the gun, Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it right back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Lions 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here, and I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
Jones pass complete to Adams Hopkins. It's a gain of 7.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones is going to bat this forward on a jet sweep. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
26-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought one of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Faking the give. Now Watson. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing again is Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. The tight end in motion right. They hand it off to Mostert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Watson, off play action. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Touchdown, Detroit!
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up Thornton.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, holding the side and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jones on first down. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Jones will sneak it. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end to make sure the ball gets to the first down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
And Jones going to keep once more. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
6 yards left on second down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's Brian Anger now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Ready? When you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Lions are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
From the gun on third, Watson. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second down and goal. Jones out of his hands quickly to Pittman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd-and-goal situation. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Adam Troutman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lions 23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made on the 25-yard line. The Lions take on first down and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from the 2. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's down. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Giving big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A shotgun snap and a give to Downett. Down to about the 22 here. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to lead down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it wasn't a big strike,
but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. Throw left side complete to Troutman. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And now Metcalf going to get a chance to run. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Vikings are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Goes into a knee, and that ought to do it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, I ain't know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running street, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray.